Nice.
So like Barbara Walters, when they would do her interviews, they would always have her in soft focus, and then they would have the other one, the other person in the interview really, really crisp.
Yeah.
And then they'd soft, crisp, and it would go back and forth like that through the entire interview. So you could tell that Barbara Walters demanded that she be in soft focus, so she looked more youthful.
That's what I want. Youthful.
We're not going to do soft focus today, though,
I
are
want
we?
soft.
Greetings. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Denise Evans, CEO of Northeast Textiles. We're here today with Betty Neal. Betty is a longtime employee of Northeast Textiles. She is the head of our customer support department, and we're going to pick her brain today about how to present our product line. First, Betty, can you give us a little bit of a background in your textile career?
Well, it started when I was about 18 years old. I went to the weave room, learned to weave, tend those unifields, and do cording, the warping, and all the stuff that starts with the textiles world.
So you've been in it from the ground up.
Seems like a mere child.
From the thread, from the thread to the fabric.
Yes.
Now you've also done sales, haven't you?
Did sales for Northeast. In fact, I traveled, went to Ohio, Florida, Las Vegas, Georgia, which was a trip. Georgia and Atlanta is not good for me, but yeah, I did and enjoyed it. Due to some economy changes and things, we started just doing in-house sales.
Mm-hmm.
So we went from there.
So you're familiar with presenting our product line to our customers both over the phone and in the field.
I try, and I think what I did by setting up the appointments and seeing what the customer themselves wanted to see, what they did, I think helped, because when I went in, we always knew what they liked, what they ordered, what they wanted to see.
So our product line is split between hospitality and healthcare. Do all of our customers buy strictly hospitality or healthcare, or is there a significant amount of overlap?
We have a lot of customers that just basically do the healthcare. They will sometimes get shears in there with it, but usually just healthcare. A lot of customers only do hospitality. And then you have that customer that does everything. So,
whatever they need to do to please their customers.
Right. So.
Sure. So how have you seen Northeast Textiles product line change over the years?
We've added a lot of more interesting patterns, styles, more things to work with, more things to offer over the past several years.
Can you address the differences between hospitality and healthcare as far as the widths of the fabric? Dyed goods specifically.
Right. The dyed goods, healthcare dyed goods, sorry about that, is 72 inch, basically. It's always forward, which 54 inches too. 54 inches basically the hospitality group. Like the classic, the satin stripes. In the healthcare, it's the quality cube, the Wyndham raindrop, waterfall. And they're all 72 inch wide.
And we can add antimicrobial or water repellent to those, can't we?
For an additional charge. Yes.
And we are redying our colors and redoing our cards throughout the next several months. I'm looking forward to that.
We're checking a few colors out that seem to be obsolete and we're not using. Our customers are not ordering. So I think we're going to have a better selection of colors that the customers can choose from.
And of course we can always custom dye for a minimum yardage.
A minimum yardage, it always has to be a full dye lot. Normally with clips is 1,000 yards. Some of the other fabrics is 500 or so. But we can custom dye a minimum of the full dye lot.
And with some of the fabrics, and I'll let you name them, but we can actually print the color on them.
We can print. It's real difficult to digitally print the dark colors because it uses so much ink and it makes the paper wet. So, but any of the light colors or medium colors easily can be printed. Sometimes we have a customer that needs like eclipse and they want a solid color and they don't need it on both sides, so we can do a one-sided print eclipse applicator or solid color easily. And print usually is a little bit more expensive, but it solves
But
the
you
problem.
can do smaller yardage and not
Right.
do an entire die line.
Dialogue,
And
yes.
the turnaround time is improved. So
Yes.
that's something for our customer to weigh the pros and cons of.
Right.
So what would you recommend our reps do when they're calling on a customer and wanting to do a presentation?
If I would call the customer, set up my appointment, and discuss with them what fabrics do they want, what are they interested in. I tell them about our new fabrics, see if they're interested in that. But basically, I would just line up everything that they are interested in and just take that.
Instead of trying to show them
show
everything in one sitting. Because there is a pretty broad product
Right.
line now.
And after a while, customers lose interest.
What would you say is the average amount of time allotted for a presentation to a customer?
30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe longer in some cases, but I think that would be plenty.
I've heard of them as short as 15 minutes, and they want, some of our reps have told me that the customer wants all of the products spread out on a table
Right.
and ready for them. They walk in the door, they do a loop around the table, pick a couple things, and they're gone.
Yep. Then,
So not a lot of time to catch their attention. It seems
Right.
like you need to be very well prepared and know your customer very
Exactly.
well.
so the more you find out about your customer before you do this appointment, the better you're going to be, and the more they're going to enjoy what they're looking at and what they're seeing because you're prepared.
And you're always available on the phone every day to answer their questions, and you have a tremendous wealth of knowledge regarding printing and dyed goods, our product line, the history of our product line.
Right.
So if something's been discontinued, we can always recreate it.
We can recreate. Sometimes on some of the printed patterns, we have to dig a little bit harder, find data, find different things, but we can end up doing it eventually.
Terrific. Thank you, Betty. We really appreciate your input, and I appreciate all that you've taught me. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.